Hello pumpkin person, in this video I am going to unbox this triple vinyl hologram edition, a 3D hologram at that, of the new Helloween album, which is simply entitled Helloween. One of these records has a hologram actually on the vinyl. I don't know how they do it either. How do they do that? That's like magic. And we are going to put it on the turntable at the end of this video and see it in action. So yeah, this is a heavy package as you'd expect, with 3 vinyl platters inside it. I have no idea how to open this thing. Okay, the cellophane's coming off, but I want to keep this sticker. Do you keep the shrink stickers on vinyl records? I bet you do. I bet you're like me. Do you put them inside the sleeve? Yes, I totally do that too. Tell me down in comments what you do. First of all, it's worth saying how amazing this cover art is. I mean, this feels like proper classic Keeper of the Seven Keys style artwork, while also being a bit different, you know, to reflect 2021 perhaps. But it's a really lovely painting, and of course you've got the Keeper there, resplendent with his keys. I wonder how many of them there are. Don't know. And it's a great album. I reviewed this album for Rock Candy magazine and gave it a pretty glowing review, because it really lives up to the title of the album. I think generally when a band self-title an album, it's because it kind of conveys a confidence in how good they think it is. And I think here this confidence has been well placed, because there's just a real feeling of joy about this album, because you've got, you know, long-time singer Andy Derris and Michael Kiske, not sure, and Kai Hansen back in the band, as was seen in the Pumpkins United tour. And they're all playing on the same album and singing on the same album. It's just absolutely marvellous. And there are so many standout tracks on this thing. I think my favourite song might be Fear of the Fallen, which I think has been a single, and it's a great track. Yeah, Fear of the Fallen. Got a hell of a chorus. God, the notes they hit on that chorus. And then there's Indestructible, I think is an amazing song. Let's see, what else did I really like? Obviously Skyfall. And this edition has got 3, what I think are 3 bonus tracks. Down in the Dumps, Golden Times, and Save My Hide. I'm looking forward to listening to those. Let's have a look at the whole, as much of the artwork on the back as we can see on the screen. Yeah, that's pretty gorgeous, isn't it? And then inside you've got a lovely picture of the band, like about 9 people in the band or something now. They're like Slipknot. And then look at that, lovely artwork and lots of details in there. That's pretty gorgeous, isn't it? Yes. Oh yeah, pumpkin-tastic. Let's have a look at the vinyl. Yeah, the vinyl itself is kind of regular black. I'm assuming and hoping that these discs are 45 RPM for the extra sound quality. Look at that. None more black, that record. Wow, that's side B of disc 1. Yeah, it's just so great that the band have come back so strong. I mean, I must admit, I've only had a kind of a middling interest in Helloween for a couple of decades now, really. Ever since Keeper of the Seven Keys, I haven't actually been an incredible fan. Let's just nip back in time for a little nostalgia fest and remind ourselves of how amazing Keeper of the Seven Keys was when it arrived in 1987. Look at that cover. That was the kind of cover that made every metal fan's heart miss a beat. Yeah, keys, mysterious hooded figure, enchanted land in the background, cool 3D logo that makes it look like it's made of actual metal. This album was absolute metal catnip, and it still is. And inside we established the very, very cartoony and kind of fun approach that the band have always had, that's always distinguished them. Look at those guys. They were so young. Oh yes, so young. But let's remind ourselves of what songs are on this album. Got Initiation, which is just a quick intro, reasonably quick intro, and then you've got I'm Alive, which is an amazing song, speed metal at its finest. And you got A Little Time, which is, you know, a pretty commercial track, really, mid-paced. Twilight of the Gods is my favourite song on this album, and I'll actually talk about that in a minute on this video. A Tale That Wasn't Right has never been one of my favourite Helloween tracks. Great big power ballad. But then all is redeemed on side B with Future World, which of course Future World was a massive hit single, one of the band's finest tracks, possibly the most uplifting track, I guess. And then you got the 13-minute Helloween, which is just an absolute epic and fantastic. And I kind of feel like the band have tried to emulate Helloween on the new album with this Skyfall track, which is about 12 minutes long or something, and it's really good. It really does conjure up that old feeling of that Halloween brought about. And then you got Follow the Sign, which is just kind of an outro, really. Not too much to say about that one. Right, back to the album. This record has got me back on side. It's great to have a real sense of the olden days again, but without feeling like a retread. Incidentally, does anyone else out there absolutely love the track Twilight of the Gods from Keeper of the Seven Keys? That was the first Helloween song I ever heard on Tommy Vance's Friday Rock Show, and it's a killer track. It absolutely blew me away. Yeah, so I'd like to hear from you down in comments if you think Twilight of the Gods has been unfairly left off of live set lists for decades now. Lovely glossy lyric booklet here. I mean, it's too big to be called a booklet. I don't know what you call this. Is this a pamphlet? A glossy pamphlet? More pictures of the boys. Lots of lyrics, because there's quite a lot of songs on here. And then finally we get to disc 3, which has a hologram on it. Now, I've got no idea what to expect. I don't know about you, but I've never dealt with a 3D hologram vinyl record before. So will we be able to see the design when we look at it? Okay, I don't know. Okay, so here is a couple of things I've discovered. First of all, these records are running at 33 RPM, it seems, but I think the thing is the songs are spread out quite thinly across the 3 records, and so there's no need for 45 to increase the sound quality. Now, despite the reflections from the window, I'm hoping we'll be able to see whatever hologram effect this record has to offer. Let's go. I must admit, I don't quite understand where the pumpkin effect is going to come from. I'm not seeing this pumpkin effect, are you? Okay, now I must admit it's taken me a while to figure this out, and I even had to look at the label I removed from the front of the record, and there's really small print under the at the bottom of that sticker that I removed from the cover. So the trick is you have to get like a standard phone flashlight and hold it directly above the record as it plays, and as soon as you do that, it definitely looks a bit different. I was starting to struggle a bit there, and you can see, I don't know how to make the pumpkin look a bit rounder. Actually, it looks better like that. You can see the eyes on the pumpkin spinning around, right? And I guess there's another one, to be careful here, and there's another one over here, I think, but I can't quite get it in terms of filming it for you. But still, you can see this one pumpkin here spinning around merrily along to the music. I mean, in an ideal world, I guess I'd prefer that the holograms just showed themselves without me having to hold a phone above it. But still, it's still pretty cool, isn't it? It's a nice little extra, and it's pretty special. Yeah, nice. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. I mean, you probably did, because you're still here, unless you've fallen asleep. Anyway, if you like the video, then please subscribe and like, because it really helps, and I'd like to get to 1,000 subscribers so I can do lots of other things with this channel. Until next time then, metal.